So how can companies really leverage AI to improve customer experience and satisfaction? If we said like in many cases it's not the case, so what is like a good use case for that?
It actually depends on what they're trying to solve, because I've been following many academical research, and this is important for me in order to confirm, because there's a lot of buzz right now. A lot of companies just releasing PR. We did that. We did that. Okay, but there is a recent research from MIT who actually um, managed to see what is the impact of ChatGPT on white collar jobs. It could be data analysis, it could be marketing, could be grant writing, could be copy, many, let's say, white collar positions. And the impact was very, very huge. I think it was improvement of 37%. And
Yeah, I
and
saw
we
that.
are only at the beginning, let's say.
Yeah.
ChatGPT is less than a year, right? And there was also a research that was done in April that demonstrates that if you want to have ChatGPT as part of your customer service, the impact on someone that is at the beginning, let's say only 2 months at the company, if you give him a ChatGPT style tool, it will level up to someone that is 6 months in the organization.
Wow.
So the onboarding process or the upskilling of new employees is highly affected by ChatGPT. And actually, what they saw also, but if you have someone that, let's say, 6 months or more, the impact is not really that massive, because people are already controlling and understanding the full, let's say, how to answer customers and stuff like this. So to conclude, what I see from researchers, not PR companies who are releasing that, there is an improvement in productivity, and companies who are actually using that as part of the customer support, customer service, actually manage to save time. And I will tell you another thing. This is something very important. All big companies are now working to implement those kind of technologies to their own services. Could be Salesforce and HubSpot and Zendesk and everyone. And this is my biggest advice. Do not try to invent the wheel. There is no reason to go and develop it by your own, unless you have very, very specific and domain-oriented, let's say, niche, or you want to have your own IP out of it. But if you're using the most common tools, just wait until they're going to do that. And some of them already done that. Salesforce released their ancient GPT, and HubSpot, as I said, also released. And now Office, Excel, PowerPoint, and Word, all those also going to get some generative AI tools. So do not invent the wheel. Just wait until those companies will enter those features as part of their product.
Yeah. So what you're saying first is like there is a use case, but because it's so vast, probably a service provider or some kind of platform will develop it for you, and you could just use it as a customer instead
Yeah,
of
it
like
will be a feature. This is what I said before, because at every AI project, the AI part is like 20-30%. And if you want to build, and this is the thing, if you want to build let's say, a system that can help your customer service, but they're not going to use a plain chat GPT, right? You need to integrate it to their customer, to their CRM. And then
Sure.
you need to create a button for them so that they can click. And then you'd add permissions, because you don't want everyone to get, and et cetera, et cetera. And then you understand that you need to build a lot around of it. So if there are some low-hanging fruits, go do that, play that. Otherwise, this is my biggest advice. Just wait. The big companies will implement, and the majority of them are working on that. So don't waste your time and money. Just do that. Unless you have your own specific domain, specific niche, you want to get ahead of the curve, and then it's might justified, but the majority of the companies are not in that position.
Hmm, I see. It's surprising that the example you gave about customer satisfaction is enhancing the training of the support team and not something which is like the end customer is working with some kind of a bot or replacing this team instead of like just enhancing the training and not just saying, okay, we'll get rid of all these salespeople or support people.
No, I don't think that we should get rid of people so fast. But the thing is, there was also a famous tweet that a CEO of a company managed to fire, let's say, 80% of his customer support because he managed to use ChatGPT, and the response time went to 0, and the average time to solve a problem was from several, let's say, 20 minutes to 1 minute. And this is the thing, because the majority of the questions are the same questions. And if you are in that, let's say, area, so yeah, you might be able to do that on your own and develop something. It's not even developing, just use ChatGPT API, maybe to do some automation with some tools, and that's it. This is relatively, let's say, an easy solution. So yes, in that manner you can use that, but otherwise anything that much more complex than that, I think you should wait.
Yeah, I understand.